morning, you guys. Another hot day. We had another rough night last night. Poor Steve. We got him medicined up with NyQuil, but I don't know how much it helped. He's still been coughing and feeling pretty miserable. We just made a stop at Aldi to stock up on some fruits and vegetables and other things we needed. Now we're gonna go to Planet Fitness and get cleaned up. Alright, well, we're cleaned up. It's a little bit cooler today, but still pretty hot. We're gonna go do some work at a library. Hopefully find one where there's a little bit of shade. Keep the van kind of cool, at least a little bit. And then we're gonna go back to the park we were at yesterday, I think. It's kind of a perfect place to be when it's hot. And they have a special event today with lots of stuff going on. Well, we spent some time at the library. Now we've got some really ambient sounds going on. Steve found us this nice shady spot. We're gonna head to back to the beach into that park now. It's quite amazing what a difference it makes to be in the shade versus the sun. Like, unbelievable difference. The trade-off of that is when we're in the shade, we can't be charging our power unit. But we charged some earlier when we were in the sun, working out or taking showers at Planet Fitness. And while we were driving, we were charging it. Now we're going to do a little more driving, so we're going to charge our unit again as we're doing that.
We're at 85%, so we're almost there. We should be at 100 in no time.
But it's just something we have to think about as we do our day-to-day life. There's always the trade-offs. Sun versus shade, hot versus cooler. Gotta plan and juggle it all.
In half a mile, turn right onto Mount Reed Boulevard.
Our next stop is the UPS store because we have to return some things that we ordered on Amazon. It's kind of a bummer. Those of you who follow along know that sometimes when we're recording footage outside and there's wind, it gets a little noisy in our video. So we actually finally got this microphone, hoping that would cut down on the wind, and the little dead cat thing that can be used with it. We got one for each of our phones, but unfortunately, we've discovered it doesn't really help. Our phones have two microphones.
Turn right onto Mount Reed Boulevard.
Our phones have a microphone on each end of the phone. So, while these work great for cutting down the wind on one side, the wind still comes in the other side. So we were hoping that when we plugged this into the phone, it would actually only record what was coming into the mic, but that's not how it is. So we're going to have to figure out another solution still. Oh, I'd say this is pretty perfect. We got here to the parking lot at the Ocean Beach Park, and we were able to actually get our same spot pretty much. There's some trees right here, so we've got a shade over the front of the van. There's a huge parking lot here, but there's not many shady spots. And it really is amazing how much cooler the breeze is coming off the lake. It's almost chilly, which is so crazy with how hot it's been. So we're gonna hang out here in the van a little bit. Steve's gonna try to get some more rest. We need to get him better. Probably do some work. I'll probably do some work here in the van. I didn't get quite as much done at the library as I would have liked. We've been getting some later starts in the morning, trying to get Steve more rest and just trying to relax. We're really trying to slow down our pace with all we've had going on, with him being sick and with family stuff and other things. We're just trying to take it easy. I had a bunch of things on the list that we could do in this area, but we're not rushing to do all those. We're just doing what we want, taking our time, and it works out perfect that there's an event going on here at the park this weekend, Harborfest. So there's going to be some live music later, some sand sculptures, and other things. So that'll be fun. And I'm gonna have some lunch. I bought some pre-made salad because that was easy, and I'm gonna have that and maybe some other healthy stuff. I'm trying very hard not to get sick. This is what I'm having. These pre-made salads are pretty nice. Eating the kits means you don't have to store as many different things in the fridge. It's hard to have a lot of different salad dressings and condiments and extra toppings. So this is perfect. And this is really good salad. I've never got this kind before. The dressing is really good. Alright, well, my boys had a nap. We're gonna go check out this Harbor Fest thing and see what it's all about. Guess what we get to do now? We get to do another carousel ride, an antique carousel here. And the rides are free today. Whoa, this is a beautiful carousel. Steve's gonna go on the pig. Steve's going on the pig, I'm going on the ostrich. And my ostrich is wearing goggles. Here we go. Good morning, you guys. We are back at Ontario Beach State Park, which is not really normal for us to stay at a place for a few days at a time. Usually we're on to the next place and exploring something new. But I think that's pretty important because of Steve not feeling well, and I think we've actually both been enjoying it. Just being in that area and slowing down. Last night was another rough night. Steve was hacking pretty bad. I didn't get the greatest sleep, so I think today will be another much needed day to just slow down, enjoy this location, making some breakfast here in the van, taking care of him. He usually does a lot of the cooking and washing dishes. I actually wash dishes for once. It doesn't happen a lot, but once in a while. So I'm cooking up some breakfast and we're gonna chill out and enjoy more of the events of this Harbor Fest event. All right, breakfast is ready. There you go.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Our poor sicky Steve, patient Steve. And now, also some hot tea with honey for our patient.
Thank you very much, Nurse Audra.
Look at those sad little eyes. Now for a little bit of cleanup. Gotta wipe the excess off the plates. So, I was texting with one of our fellow YouTube friends last night, and Steve, he sent you a special message. You ready to hear it?
Okay.
This is from our friend Lanny.
Steve, we heard you were sick in a van. We hope you get better soon. Steve, let Audra take care of you so you can get better soon. Steve, always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life.
That's pretty great.
I don't think I've ever had anybody sing to me when I was sick. That's pretty special. Thanks, Lanny.
That's Lanny and Roxanne of Lanny and Roxanne Adventures. So I'm doing what I can, Lanny. I'm taking care of my sick boy. Check this out. Well, Sleeping Beauty's up from his nap, and we're experimenting. So I heated up some water so he could breathe in the vapor, and I put peppermint in there. I might have put a little too much peppermint in because it's really strong. But you're able to handle it, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
So hopefully this will help clear him out a little bit. It's so strong. Tell him to keep his eyes closed, like, because I tried it first. It made my eyes almost water a little bit, so
Yeah, it's making my eyes tear up.
maybe it's too much, but we'll see. Hopefully this will help. And in the meantime, Kitty's content as can be. With Steve rested up, we set out to see what was happening at Harborfest. It's pretty nice during an event like this to be able to park your van and come and go throughout the day as you wish, with your food and bed just a short walk away. sleeping earlier, I came out to check things out, and I found something I think he's gonna love. You ready to go see it?
Yep.
Any guesses?
I'm guessing Dukes of Hazzard, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Think more movie.
A DeLorean. Nice. Is that
Look inside on this side. Over here. Huh?
That's funny. 1.21 gigawatts.
That's cool.
It's a good thing we got here this morning because this parking lot is nutso now. People have like parked where they're not supposed to. This guy here started to direct traffic, and people just ignore the cones he put out and they keep coming up and getting stuck. It's kind of crazy here. Steve, what are we doing?
We're checking out the boat parade at the Harbor Fest and breathing in a lot of secondhand marijuana.
And that's the truth.
Also, Audra's not terribly impressed with the boat parade so far.
Are you, Steve?
It is early. I don't even know if it's 9 o'clock yet.
It is. Okay, that one was cute. Good morning, you guys. It is another slow morning for us. It's actually 11 o'clock and we're just now getting going. Tried to let this guy get more sleep this morning. Had some breakfast. Just filled up on gas. And now we've got to get to Panera because we've got to load our video for today. It has to be loaded within 3 hours, right? Kind of math, 3 hours. And sometimes the connections we have aren't that fast, so we got to get there and get things loaded. So how are you feeling this morning?
Well, better, I think. I think I'm slept okay last night, though you may differ. I certainly still had my coughing spells, and they can be violent. Anyway, today marks exactly a week since I first noticed, I was coming down with something. And that's usually about as long as it takes for me to run through a normal cold. So this one seems like it's going to be hanging on.
Turn left.
Going to be hanging on for a little bit longer than a week. I'm hoping that all of this stuff that you hear will start to come out, and I can be done with it. Because it hasn't been a barrel of fun.
Oh, on a side note, I'm wearing my favorite earrings from my niece this morning. She knows I like peacocks. All right, time to get that video loaded. Let's go. All right, mission accomplished. Video loaded. We were there almost 3 hours. I don't know how that's possible because the video loaded quickly. Time just goes by way too fast.
I'm all liquidated up.
He also got soda.
Wait.
He had his tea, then he had coffee. Now he's got soda, which is not good for him when he's sick, especially.
I said I'm getting myself a little bit of a reward. Dr. Pepper.
He's having soda like Bill.
This one's for you, Bill.
Anyway, I am really afraid that I'm getting sick. I'm gonna hope that that's not the case, but we're going to Walmart next to get some stuff. I'm gonna get more vitamins and things to fight this horrible sickness that's taking over our van.
I really hope you're not getting it. It's probably the worst part of getting sick is knowing that
Head northwest
you
toward
give it
Clay
to somebody
Road.
else. So I'm hoping.
He's been doing a lot of breathing on me.
I don't know how you couldn't get it. I mean, you've been barraged by my germs in the last week.
60 square feet. And in bed, I feel his breath going across my face.
My violent coughing attacks
Oh.
must just scatter my germs to Tri-County area.
Anyway, I thought I was safe because it's been a week, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, next stop, Walmart. Let's do it. On. Turn it on, honey.
Nope.
Oh.
So, anyway, we're trying to figure out this water machine. I was thinking coming in here that we have been pretty blessed, I guess, and all the time that we've been doing van life now, especially full time, that this is one of a handful of times that we've had to pay for water. We've been lucky enough to get it through libraries or Planet Fitnesses mostly. So, I don't know, this might be the third or fourth time in all of that time that we've had to get water. Now, the trouble with this one is, where do you pay? Maybe you just
must just pay at the
up
front.
front. So, all right.
All right, you guys, we have one more spot we're going to share with you before we say goodbye. We're going to go check out the Charlotte Genesee Lighthouse. It's free to do a tour today because of Harbor Fest that's going on all weekend at the Ontario Beach Park. It's a little windy, so we might blow away. Let's go check it out. All right, psych. We're not going to take you in the lighthouse because we got up there and they told us it's $5 a person. Our understanding was it was free for this event. So, as much as we'd like to take you inside, we don't think it's worth it for $5 a person. There's other lighthouses we'd rather pay to go up in. So, the outside was cool. We're going to head out, go back over to the park where we've been spending the last couple days and chill out a little bit.
And it might be hard to tell in the video, but this lighthouse looks to be about 7 feet tall. Whoop-de-doo.
I think it might be a little bit higher than 7 feet, but it is a smaller lighthouse. It's cool though because it was built in 1822, so it's a pretty old lighthouse. I don't know anything else about it, but it does look cool. So that's where we're going to leave them today, right?
Yep.
We're going to chill out. We're going to try to get ourselves all better and rested, enjoy this area, and then check out some other things around town in the next episode.
Thanks as always for watching.
Leave a comment below. We don't know where you're watching unless you let us know below. Hit the like button, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.